Good morning everyone, this is Doug from Vermont Hoyas and welcome to a tutorial on how to build a rabbit fence trellis. Now I cannot take any credit for this because I stole the idea from a video that I saw on YouTube that was a tour of Toril Nyhus's giant Hoya collection in Sweden, and I was fascinated by all of these trellises that she had most of her plants on. So I thought, well, that's a great idea. I thought I would try it myself. So this is what they look like. This is Hoya darwinii and Hoya patella. You can see that for this type of Hoya, it makes a very nice trellis. You can wind it right around there, and it just works beautifully. I've had numerous requests for this video on how to make these trellises, but it's so extremely easy that I've sort of resisted it for now. But since I have had the request, I'm going to show you how to make a trellis. So I'm going to get these out of the way because I don't want to damage them. Now, first of all, let me tell you what this stuff is. This is called Yard Guard wire. I got it on Amazon, but you can buy it at any hardware store. This is a 25 feet by 24-inch long wire. It sells for about 15 bucks, and you can get a lot of trellises out of this. If I was to do over again, I might have chosen the 50 foot by 3 feet, because with this being 24 inches long, there's a fair amount of waste with this. But if it was 3 feet long, you could cut it right in half and get two 18-inch trellises, and there'd be far less waste. But anyway, I'll show you how I do this. Basically, you need two things. You need the wire, and you need a pair of wire cutters, and these are an old pair of Craftsman electrical wire cutters. They work really good for this. It's not hard to cut this wire. It's very easy. So I roll some of this out so that you can get at it. And I count out 6 of these. For my 4-inch pots, that works perfectly. This is where I cut the last one off, and this wire you just leave, and I'll show you what to do with that in a minute. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is perfect for what I need it for. And I'm going to cut that off. And you cut just close to the wire that's there. Doesn't take very long to whip one of these out. Okay, so we'll get rid of the roll of wire. And I thought when I first started doing this, I needed some kind of a form to roll this around, but basically that's just a waste of time, because this wire is very easy to bend into a circle. So what you do, you just bend this stuff very easily, and the wire that's left over from the previous cut, you just wrap right around here. Just like this. You can see how easy this is. To do. So there, now you have a 24-inch tube, which is actually too high for most situations. I mean, you could leave it this way, but it would be too high. I find that just about the perfect height is you cut off 2 of these squares. These are 3 inches by 2-inch squares. So then I just cut around here. This is pretty much scrap unless you can come up with something to do with it. I haven't quite thought of exactly what to use that for. And then basically this 4-inch pot, you have a perfect little trellis right there. And that's how you make a yard guard rabbit wire trellis for very, very inexpensive. And it's difficult to find trellises these days. All the houseplant trellises that I used to use are no longer available. So this fits the need very nicely, and I think it looks quite nice. This won't work on a large, stiff Hoya, but it works wonderfully for this. So that turns into that. And I thank you for taking the time and watching this little tutorial on how to make a rabbit wire trellis, and I'll be back really soon with more great Hoyas and Hoya growing tips.